Greetings everyone, boys and girls. This is Jane here speaking, and this is introducing with my old prototype Thanos Infinity Gauntlet from seeing the Adventure movie. So I watched the Adventures Endgame, and kind of a pretty all this is a very really fun to the movie. So anyway, let's get started with vlogs, and I'm gonna tell you about it. Today is August 29, 2020. Since where I was where as unseen, so I undiscoveredly to where I was the family discovered just picking one of the fortunate young woman's young actress there, and kind of have their interest here since I was childhood and the teenagehood, and doing also of Vocaloid fan bases and a Vocaloid, and on top one of the picking the characters with Miku, just made for Japan. Just top number one of Miku the characters and the characterize of took on related to the internet media and social media just put up a lot there, has a lot habit. So today is August 29, 2020, so we have arrived as I always have arrived that I was to figure out here that what is the same age and the same birthday about me, and the same as there had a young woman. So also as I was one of its flash forward to be to the decade of the years. So how's it going to be to say it? So, and if I wonders, I was just being really born from the country, born from the Southeast Asia, and born Europe, and right now, so I've been going to be celebrating that we had arrived. The Bandak's shopping keepers have arrived. So this ones have to particularly to celebrating, and I try to have an interest a young actress, a young woman. So the young girl, and she currently have a young woman. So although they have I bet was surprising of us separating to be with the same age at the same as a young adulthood. So, and we're gonna have to admit it as surprising and always have arrived. And I'm gonna giving you to the birthday, and I'm gonna show you what it has asking for. It's about the birthday time. And I had to play name her, how to name to her, as I called Miku-Chan. It's called a Miku-Chan. For media, it's a character, it's a name of the character from the media as a Vocaloid. Although it's having a voice of the programming that's sounds like a Japanese programming. And it has a matter as people like a Vocaloid. And I wanted to give a birthday gift, and I just wanted a birthday gift about this recently to 2 years ago, and I have the last for the couples of years, and I went to the Bandak's shopping keeper in the stores. So yeah, it's kind of this, but it kind of looks interesting. It's as pretty as a short term, but I have to follow friends too, and I really knew to, and I was just admitted by the same separated age as a physically age. And I just had Miku-Chan's journey life with the Bandak amount of earlier career and lifetimes young adult career. And it happens as I don't know. As I really was this, and also right up in here. So there's an earlier life that, and I have to look into much of for the Japan and Thailand there, and I wasn't given about to reveal any of the biography, the history, and I'm just gonna say this. So, Miku-Chan is born for the August 29th in 1989 from a from a families and the sisters and a couple for the years, and it grew up like 10 more than the 20 years. 20 years before the August 31st, 2009, for creation of Miku from Japan to music programmer to team, and I made it to be the New Year's Eve since I was a teenager and a young adulthood have a state, and even as I first encountered and I first visit to that's unnamed just for the address and give it about the play name called the Miku-Chan. As I would the Miku-Chins. Miku-Chan is looking like a light blue scions twin tails, the hairs look like anime figures, but it's also she had as a real life anime figure, but keeping it in mind. So I just gonna make the dressing costumes, the cosplays, whatever. As it's dressing and the cosplay it, and I just gonna create it, and it's just interests my relationships that like interest in the father friends. So I feel that I just have spoken open this before. Right and about the life with Miku-Chan, and either than that, she began to shopping keeper, and again drop some more of the money, and she brought with Toyota the dream car, and the Miku-Chans have the dream car, and I was just looking at it and at first interested, and either that like it haberated with the shopkeepers and actively, and she went on to outdoors and going to located the several located as a photograph that were taken, and her father, I mean it's her aunts, her sister, and I don't believe in the relative family members and she has she half of the sister, the twin sister, as a relative. And keep it in my mind here, and I want this went going to the Bantak. I want to give it a like interested. I want to give it like interested searching looking for the young actress, and I was admitted to be the years before, so at the back 2016, so before I was creation of I had to combine the names of part of the whole frame Miku, and I was just being a part of a whole frame Miku. So and also that I've had to be like as I'm going to at the different stores and the different coffee shops and photographically, and there's a somewhere else to be this as she went to dark and moon dark city, and she went to outdoors have like a Lampang, Lampoon, a Chiang Rai, and all these kind of destinations to the located, the center of a located, and she's pretty, so she's purely light, and she's doing good, has a good standing as she is a good really well, but and I was thought and feeling with I written on my diary books Miku-Chan, as I call her, and I just call the play name, so I was Miku-Chan, I think given an intro to her, and gonna be has put the famous anime wafu girl's character like Hasu Miku, and the Miku everywhere. That's all. And this has her journey life this year the 2020 decades launched, she was find out that COVID-19 outbreaks tragically. It has a sense the country located lockdown, and during the quarantine to the indoors, so having to staying as an indoors as a houses, but without anyone to going outside the outdoors and calm. In the USA, there's a find out with Chinese people as suffered by the COVID-19 plague all over the world, all over the country, and they decided to have to close off and scrap, and they need to skip the year. And this 2021 is much be better way from the 2020, but. And during the tragedy events, she wearing the mask instead, and she had also growth hands as a new normal site. And the new normal sense had the outbreak era. And to keep it as healthy, to keep it strongly, but she went on to slots and markets, panic buying to anything is all the kind of stuff, but at a little bit be around I was a birthday. This date is January 3, 1999. I was born from the era from somewhere the UK, Finland, Germany, to all the kind of born from the billions of population, and I went to the Southeast Asia and I met it. At this case, the first times I went to this shopping keepers at Bantax and during the children days, and I just played her names as Miku-Chan, and I called her in the very first time, and I keep it the longest serving it like a father friends, not being saying like girlfriend. If a people comment that says, have you girlfriend this or girlfriend of that, and I'm a single of father friends, and I went to Nakon, New York, and I encountered her Monica from located in Nam, and the other girls is Penny Parker, which I call her the Penny Parker. And but this time this month, with it is celebrating with a Miku-Chan has turned 31 years old and as a young adulthood, and she's not being old. She's pretty young as a young woman. To all those things that she likes is Miku, says all of that kind of stuff, Volcanoid. If I believe, and I works on the traditional art and digital artist, and I was just giving the birthday gift on her. And also plus upsiding with celebrating the Black Rock Shooter original video animation turns the 10 years anniversary, as they have us inhabited with she's currently as a Black Rock Shooter, so somebody need to voice actress like interest in there, and keep in mind. I'm not sure exactly when I go to vacation payout instead. And I went to the payout instead, and Chiang Mai, looking around, looking up the young actress there, as an independent business store. So this happens. My life is true. Comes about career, like 15 to 17 years, I think, and that's kind of the same birthday, same age, about me. To all of it, acknowledges about this Miku-Chan's her, and she makes really happy about it, and she makes shy, and I just try to makes his voice impressions as a patient, but always always have a fortunate young woman here. And I went to the summer located tonight, and I have the productions indoors and come, and celebrating the 31 years of birthday to her. Miku-Chan says it was the best as young woman to young girls as a young adulthood to the era, and says she was before and since had to her bones before I was born from Europe and destiny in Finland, and I went to Southeast Asia and I became an American Asian, and thankfully it's as this wonderful period of my life. Actually, I was introduced to creating infinity gauntlet like that. And also I to try to draw everything that Miku stuff, but I was possible to try a birthday gift, and I tried to possibly resume with the digital arts as believe here. As I acknowledges everybody involved and makes the happies and a happy birthday to Miku-Chan, to all those people. So, and I just my life is experiment true. To all those people that say that I was able to, I was like a favorite Japanese virtual band Vocaloid. I was like a waffle characters that Miku-Chan since 7 and 10-year-old. I was a favorite located like Dark Shemrai, and anything else located. I was like looking up this young woman with a career and hobbies like interests and followers, which has become the sensor video tester and even about the voice actress. And I'm doing the best with a voice, impressing my creating the entire series. And other than that, she has turned 31 years old, and she's currently this young adulthood, and she's pretty young, has a young talent, have its shop in Keeper, and hopefully this September, and are going to be the better way to visit to Bantak, and I was going to be to talk to her right now, so I was just going to be out of here. So if it's possible, work on to whole frame Miku project, the matrix outcomes, and introduce infinity gauntlets here. And I went to the good thing is a theater. Something of the good thing is talk really much as a birthday of the Miku-Chan's has a church right now. And gotta be the better way to August 31, Monday, until there's 4 months left. I think gotta be a better way for next year, and I begin the video diary. Hopefully the 2021 just gonna be few things that's bigger and better. So right now, and that's just talk about it. So I'll see you around the next video as always. Later, snap the fingers. Fates. Just kidding. Nothing happens as it disappeared like the big movie. And people, I like this Infinity Gauntlet. This is beyond a prototype. All right, I'm just get back to my work. So hope you all birthday to Miku-Chan. So take care.